you were using the VR11 wonder weapon wrong inside of MW3 zombies. Despite it not being good at killing zombies in the traditional sense, it is one of the greatest tools that you can have in your arsenal if you happen to acquire it. From giving double tap to other players to shredding bosses, it is definitely something that you should never pass up on. In this video, I'll be explaining how to get the VR11, all of its amazing bonus abilities, like the ones mentioned earlier, and a couple of other awesome things like nearly guaranteeing that you complete the hardest contract in the Dark Ether, the Escort contract, all thanks to the VR11. And most importantly, I'll explain to you how to use the weapon. That said, how are you meeple? Let's jump right into the video. How to get the VR11. The VR11 can be obtained in multiple different ways, and these include the two simplest methods of hitting the mystery box, obviously, and also by completing contracts, specifically within the red zone, giving you the best possible chance. But the truth is, you can get it from anywhere. The more difficult ways to obtain cases, but more guaranteeing of it, not guaranteed at all, but a much higher chance, would be to be doing contracts within the Dark Ether, within the regular sigils and the Elder Sigils Dark Ether. They also recently just buffed loot within the Dark Ether, so it's even more likely now that you get VR11 cases from there. Also, by beating the USB Red Worm boss fight and getting a case to drop from that would probably be the best option there is. That's where I've seen the highest success rate so far. Now, the last thing I would mention is doing the secret keys Easter egg within the Dark Ether. Now, I have literally the only correct and most elite guides on YouTube when it comes to the USB and secret keys Dark Ether Easter egg, so make sure to check out mine specifically if you need to learn more on how to do those. But they are definitely two things that you can do to give yourself the best chance of getting a VR11 if you really want one. And right now, I know there's a duplication glitch going around, so if you want to get it and duplicate it, those are your two best bets. But if not, hitting the mystery box still works. But moving on to the VR11 abilities, we'll start with its effects against regular zombies and bosses. And these will be cool, but I promise you, if you wait till the end of the video, there'll be some awesome stuff there for you guys that you probably don't know. One note I want to make really quickly is that the VR11 is not fantastic when it comes to ammo, but that's when the ammo cases around the map really become useful. For whatever reason you may decide to use the VR11, it truly does shine with 3 bullets. It seems so apparent that 3 is the magic number for this weapon that I literally felt the need to say it here. So, regardless of what you're doing, don't be scared to shoot 2 to 3 bullets at a time for maximum results. You can always just refill the weapon's ammo every 60 seconds from ammo crates scattered literally everywhere around the map, available on your mini map and tac map. You can see these ammo crates. Don't be scared to use your ammo and move around and gain new ammo every 60 seconds using these ammo crates. Moving forward, at the most basic level, the VR11 has the ability to turn regular and armored zombies as well as mercenaries into friendly soldiers. Now, real quick, I'll be honest with you, I have not been able to confirm like other people say, at least. I don't think they confirmed either, but the armored zombies, the regular zombies, the mercenaries, if you shoot them with a VR11, I don't believe there's any rhyme or reason to what they become. Meaning sometimes they'll have an RPG, sometimes they'll have an AR, and sometimes they'll have a sniper. From my testing, any zombie, armored zombie, or mercenary that you shoot just becomes a random type of soldier. And there's a possibility that that is incorrect, but you'll quickly come to realize that that's kind of irrelevant, the type of soldier that you actually get, because these soldiers will act as mini decoys regardless of what kind of soldier they are, and it's useful because you'll have zombies be able to hit them and not hit you, as long as these decoy soldiers are within a small radius of the zombies. As well as any of these turn-friendly soldiers will shoot at the zombies as well. And it doesn't matter, like I said before, if they have an RPG or if they have a bullet gun or if they have a sniper, they all do just about the same thing. And that is, they don't do a very great job at killing at all. But considering that they are decoys and can kill at all, they are still very helpful. More than can really be explained, because sometimes they'll block off certain areas in certain situations. It's kind of random when they'll really help you out the most, but they definitely do come in clutch in certain situations, especially with that decoy effect. So, as mentioned, the VR11 is actually not good in the traditional sense, meaning straight up just shooting zombies and killing them. If you were to use it to kill zombies, it literally would not do that at all, as I just mentioned. I mean, if anything, something it does that is cool and may help to kill zombies is that after turning a few soldiers, they will eventually convert back into a zombie for a split second and then explode. This means that any zombies that were attracted to it as a decoy will then receive the explosion from that turn zombie. So that's really cool. But like the actual firepower of the soldiers when they're shooting at the zombies, this explosive ability doesn't seem to be the most fantastic thing ever, but it definitely does the job somewhat. Just something extra that I thought was important for you guys to know. What I will say is that it is amazing at killing bosses, the VR11 that is. If you want to destroy any bosses in the game super quickly, and this is again aside from zombies, the VR11 is the weapon for that. Whether it's the storm Wormcaller, which is notoriously known to be a bullet sponge boss, the Mega Abomination in the red zone, the Mangler, the Mimic, the Disciple, or even a dog. The VR11 destroys all of these bosses with vengeance. And like I said, sometimes it'll literally kill them in one shot all the way up to 3 shots. There's very little bosses that won't die in 3 shots so long as you're shooting their critical areas, which means for the Mega Abomination, when his mouth is open, the Disciple shooting him in the chest, the Mimic shooting him in the mouth, and so on. And I also do want to mention, as far as the worm bosses go though, it's not good at killing them, because even if it did somehow do good damage against the worm boss, which I have not been able to confirm at all, it would still require that you have aimbot levels of precision and bullet locking for it to even matter. So unless you're taking advantage of some of the other features that this amazing tool has to offer, I would say that it's a no-go for the worm boss fights, at least in the sense of it being your primary weapon. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video, take this as an opportunity to hit that like button, as well as subscribe to join the Meeple Army. Back to the video. But getting back into the utility of the VR11, the bonus features, I just talked to you about zombies and bosses, but now the actual real features, the tools that are indirectly going to greatly impact your game. One set of these tools include, you have the ability to give your teammate 5 seconds of invisibility, a zombie blood that is, and 5 seconds of bonus damage when you shoot them. So upon shooting any of your teammates, they will glow green, which is an indication that both of these mentioned abilities are active. And no, shooting your teammate with multiple bullets does not seem to stack the abilities. The bonus damage that I mentioned is also not an insta-kill. I originally thought it was, but it is not. But from my testing, it seems to be something along the lines of a 1.25x to a 2x damage increase. Now, I can't confirm this with numbers, but based off the testing I've done, I definitely did notice a damage output increase. I don't think it was anything as drastic as a 4x as much damage than what your weapon already is outputting increase, but it was definitely something I put closer along the lines to a double tap. Definitely noticeable, but nothing wild. So yeah, that's really awesome, and something that once again could indirectly impact your game greatly. Also, another ability of the VR11 is that it allows you to regenerate the health of all your vehicles, and this, you can even call this a direct impact. Whether the vehicle is a car that you're driving or an ACV that you are escorting, you can repair the health of it using the VR11. This is especially good for the escort contract within the Dark Ether that I'll be honest with you guys about. I failed every single time. I have still not yet beat this contract. Find another person that'll be honest with you about that one. That is a COD Zombies YouTuber that'll tell you straight up that they have still not beat the escort contract in the Dark Ether. But like I said, having this VR11 is a huge difference maker. Something really important to know about this healing escort effect though on the tanks is that it seems that you can only heal them when the tank is stopped. So if it's taking damage, the tank that is, while moving, you need to move away from it. This way it stops moving, and then shoot it when it's stopped. A single bullet may heal it to 100%, but I just shoot 2 bullets into it anyways to ensure that it gets back to 100%. So whether you're doing the escort contract in the tier 1 zone, the gray zone, or the red zone, or the Dark Ether, I don't care. If you have the VR11, you better use that thing to repair your ACV. If you have the VR11 on you and you're running or driving through the Dark Ether in a car or a bike, whatever it may be, and your vehicle is sustaining damage, shoot the dang thing with the VR11 and it will repair itself. Sure, the VR11 is fantastic against bosses, but it really shines in these smaller scaled ways, like creating decoys, like giving you the zombie bloods, like repairing vehicles and ACV tanks. So don't just pass up on an opportunity to use it whenever you can if you have the chance to and you actually have it in your game, because it is very hard to obtain even by doing all of the things that I told you guys to do to get it. It still is very unlikely that you actually get it because there's other wonder weapons in the game you can get, and sometimes with some of the Easter eggs, you're not even guaranteed to get one. So hopefully in the future we do get a VR11 schematic. I am very confident that we will, possibly even with Season 1 Reloaded, but as of now we do not have a schematic. If we do ever get one, it'll work exactly the same. Maybe you have to do some kind of Easter egg to get it, but once you unlock it, you literally just spawn into the game with it. You have the case, you get the VR11, bing, bada, boom. Drop the video a like if it helped you out, and take care of your meatballs.